Okay. Okay, the recording is started. I wanted to start with some practical things about the meetings. There's a meeting in Amsterdam, the 22 October, and we changed it into a meeting in Dutch. So I think the most people are Dutch that are coming till now. Of everybody is till now. So we thought we do a meeting in Dutch. So if there are people only want to join a meeting in Dutch, you can come. And the more details are also on my website. And there's also the residential in Germany. We changed that that it is in June. Will be in June 12 till 16 of June next year. So it will be 2024. So all the details and even also the richest, oh my God, the bookings form is will be is on the website. So if you can, you can look about the prices of the rooms and all that. If you want to see the booking form, you can, and you want to describe now. No. Make some notes in it, then you have to download it. Okay, that's it. I start. So this is a meeting about non-duality. But in a way, you can't talk about non-duality. There's just talking. There's only talking. There's what is. And it's an appearance. Everything is an appearance. There's nothing real. Everything is apparently happening. There's nothing happening. And in the same time, you could say in the same time, it's an appearance. Nothing is real. It's energy. Nothing is real. So there's no time. There's only apparent time. There's time in the story. There seems to be time in the story. There seems to be distance in the story of me. But there's no time, and there's also no distance. It's what's apparently is happening, and it's this. So there's no time. There's only this. That's it. Oh, there's somebody. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. There's this. There's no time. But in the same time, there will be only on this, for the Zoom meetings I just heard, that's something in between. The Zoom meeting next weekend will be only on the Friday, not on the Saturday, but it will be on my website. Okay, there's nothing happening. And there's a Zoom meeting, but it's an appearance. There's looking at the computer. There's seeing a face. There's hearing a voice. But it doesn't have any meaning. We're so into meaning, and everything has a meaning and has, we say it's because of this, or because of that. It's going somewhere. This is not going anywhere. It's what it is. Talking, that's it. There's no intention. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't matter if there's an understanding or no understanding. It's what it is. And that's already what's going on. So there's nothing to learn. There's nothing to be clear of. It's what's happening already. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything. It's everything. So it's everything is everything. So it can be a feeling. It can be streets or a hand. There's nothing to do with you. There is no you. There is no you. There's only hands can happen, or a face. There's no life of Roes, you could say Roes. There's no life of Roes. We are so into time and development and continuation. There's no time. So there's no life of Roes. There's talking. That's it. And there's a face, and there's naming it like Rose. That's it. That's everything. So there's no way of living here. It's what it is. And that's already what's going on. So there's nothing to learn. It's already what's happening. And there seems when there's a contracted energy and there's a tension and a contracted energy, there seems to be something missing or something wrong or something not right, or maybe I'm not right or I'm not good enough. It's a misunderstanding, but it's so embodied. Doesn't mean you can say, oh, I don't do that anymore. There's no one to undo it. When that's what's happening, then that's what's happening. Thoughts or beliefs like that can happen. Nothing is wrong. It's not. This is not about right or wrong. It's more a describing of what's going on, what's happening apparently. So there can be a lot of thoughts about things. There can be a belief, which is maybe not even seen as a belief. It doesn't matter. It's seen like it's like that. Then it's seen like that. Nothing is right or wrong. It's what it is. And we can talk about that, and there can be questions, or there can be a sharing of what's going on. And it can be any question, or it can be not agreeing with what is being said, maybe. It can be anything. Of everything is also. There are no silly questions or wrong things. It's what's apparently is happening. And we see what's going on. And you can also use the chat if you like to type it. I will read it and then we see what's going on. Right. Yeah. It's very normal. This is so normal that there's nothing to say about it. And there can be a question. How come emotions can seem extremely overwhelming and unbearable? When there's me, everything seems to happen to me. There are emotions. Emotions are happening in space. It has nothing to do with the body or with you. There's no you. But when there's me, it's like a contracted energy, and it feels like I am in that. I'm in the body, and there's me, and there's over there's somebody else, or there's the world. So everything seems to happen to me. So when there are emotions, they seem to happen in my body, and it's happening to me, and I have to deal with it. How can I deal with it? Already the question, in a way, like how can I deal with that, is something that can seem like, oh my God, I don't know, this is too much. How can I deal with that? There's no need to deal with anything because there's no one. And we're so used that there's someone, and then there's dealing with emotions or with thoughts, maybe, but also emotions. There can be a thought, very strong emotions. They come and go. And they don't need to be focused on or addressed to or anything. It's coming and it's there, and then it's gone. Or for a while it's there. But that's nothing to do with you. That's strange. We're so used that it's my emotion. I feel it in my body. It can be felt, but it doesn't mean it's in the body or it's yours. It's felt. That's it. Or seen. Things are seen, or smell can happen. And emotions can be very strong or subtle, or feelings can be very strong. But when there's me, there's also something going on, like I don't like this, I want something else, or this is too much, I want most of the time is I don't want this and I want something else. So when there's a strong emotion, there can be a feeling or an idea about that, this is too much. I can't, I don't want this. This is too much. I want to feel more rest or peace or things like that. That's what me the whole construct of me is a survival system. So it's trying to survive in that sense that it's not wanting pain and it's moving, it's going towards feeling good. That seems to be the goal, the end. When there's a peace, that's the end, like heaven or things like that. There's no heaven. There's everything. This is talking about everything. It's not going anywhere. It's not saying a way of living, something like that. It can be strong emotions, but it's for no one. So there's no one feeling it. There is a feeling or an emotion. Please react if you see it differently. So there's another person. So for example, toothpaste is not real because the body is not real. It's an apparent happening, yeah. But it feels very real, of course, because the pain can be really strong. But pain is pain, and we're so convinced when there's that, it's an embodied belief. It's not only a belief in the head, or it's so embodied belief that the body is real. And everything is happening in my body. It's also my body, so everything is happening in my body. So when there's pain somewhere here, somewhere, it feels like it's somewhere here and it's my tooth or anything, can be so strong. Yeah. But when it's seeing everything as real, then the experience and the belief are together. Then it's seen like real. When that's lost, then it's seen like pain is there, but it's also, there's no pain. Pain in the same time, there's no pain. That's crazy. You can't even understand that. There's pain and it'll be very strong, and in the same time, nothing is there. It's crazy, but yeah, can say it like that. And that doesn't mean that then there can be like going to the dentist or calling like I want to have that pain, that teeth. There has to be done something there. That's what's happening. It's very convincing when there's that belief, and so it's so strong that everything is real. Then it's seen like real, and there seems to be a lot of proof that everything is real. And then suddenly there's some concepts are lost, and it's like, oh no, it's not like that. Oh, it's not real. It's an appearance. And still everything goes on. That that doesn't change. Well, it's an appearance. How can you explain?
Hey, Roes.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, is it? I think it's how do I say? It's okay if I unmute myself, right? Is this how it goes?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course. I didn't say
Yeah,
that. Yeah. Of
yeah,
course. Yeah.
yeah. I came by and I was talking about you with my girlfriend,
Mm.
and I looked online and I saw, oh, you're doing a Zoom, so I just came by to say hello and listen to you again.
Okay. That's nice. Good.
Hey,
Mm.
yes. So nice to see you again.
Yeah. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
Hi, Rose.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Can you say that there are different seeingers?
No. I don't
No.
know. No. Just seeing a table or
Uh-huh.
a hand. Different seeing, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel a little bit weird. Maybe that's happening. I don't know. Yeah.
A different seeing.
Yeah, there was a different. When I was in a park, there was a different seeing. So yeah, it looked like I had sometimes that I had to look at the clouds, and then I had to look at the leaves. It was very intense. It was I really don't know. It was also a bit weird.
Mm. There can be a difference in intensity. That can be there.
Yeah.
I can't say. Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Doesn't have any meaning.
No.
We so sometimes when there's some experience in things, and then it seems like, oh my God, what's there? And it can be nice, and it's well, there's no meaning in anything. There's also no enlightenment or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's already what's going on. So
Yeah.
nothing is better or more special. So
No.
mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is very normal. How can you say it? It's very literally also. It's very literally what's going on. And the brain is so used to abstract and to immediately jump on it. And it's not only the brain or the mind, or I don't know. It's jumping on it and making it into something else, naming it. When that's lost, it's not even a big thing. It's forgotten it was there. That abstracting can be. It's still possible to do it, but why? It's not. It's not. No, it's not why. It's not coming like that. But it's not better than something else. When there's feeling things and there's naming it and dealing with it, then that's what's going on. It's not that far or something like that. That's what's happening. That's energetic. It's going on like that.
What you describe as the me and its activities is how I experience myself.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
the question that comes is, now what?
Now what? Is that what you say?
How
No.
do I end this? How do I get
Ah.
off stage?
Yeah, because that's the misunderstanding is that there's something wrong with that, and there should be no me or not doing all that. It's energetic. There's already no one doing that. It's that the energy is like that, and it's a bit tricky to talk about what that everything is lost, and then it seems like, oh, but I want that everything is lost. It's something like then that can be seems better than something else, and then hearing there's everything lost, but it's the same as what's already happening over there. Yeah, it is the same. It's different in a way because there's a different energy, but it's not better. Or that's the idea when there's something like me going on. It always seems like this can't be it. There's hearing something else, and I think, oh yeah, that's how it can be, or I would like that, or all that, because it's not seeing that what's happening is already it. It's not special in a special way. It's what's going on. So yeah, that's already that. But on top of that, there's subtly something going on like, oh, but that's not it, or it can't be that. Yes, it is. It's exactly how it's going there. That's it we're talking about.
I seem to remember the limitlessness and the freedom of when that falls away. Then it's like there's a shift or there's a switch,
Yeah.
and everything what I'm describing now, which I'm troubled with, and I feel like limited, is then seen as the way you describe it. It's there, but yeah, what to say about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it seems like I switched back into this limit, and I want to get out. It's exactly the way you
Yeah.
describe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, that's the trouble with, or the trouble. That's me. Me always wants to get out or wants something different, and that extra is that me, is that wanting something else. This can't be it. This feels like prison or all that. Life is everything. So it can be a feeling of contraction. Oh. There can be a feeling of contracted energy. There can be any feeling going on, anything. So, yeah. And what is, yeah, how can you say that? Me is only that subtle, yeah, it's even like this. It's that feeling or that belief or that misunderstanding. There's something wrong with what's going on. Because feeling imprisoning, that it's maybe there's stress or a tight, then that's what's happening. That can be here too. Can be. There's nothing wrong with that. It goes on for a while and then, I don't know, there's something else. Yeah. And suddenly when there's me, there's wanting that feeling of freedom, or that when that felt like, oh, that's freeing, or that wanting that. But life is everything. So it's not only that feeling of freedom or that like that, it's everything. So there can be any feeling or pain or stress or tension or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
frustrating.
Mm. But when there's frustration, then that feeling, that's it. That's it too. It's awful to hear that.
Well, I know, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I know
The
you. I
switch
know
is
you know.
so quick and so
Yeah,
subtle, and then there's not a problem at all. And you think,
yeah.
"Oh,
It's
no,
so strange. Yeah.
yeah,
And we're
it's
looking in
strange."
the story. What can I do or not do? And it's something else. I can't grasp it. And that's yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm,
thank you.
yeah. planning of the next meetings is not yet done, so that will be done tomorrow, I think, or I don't know, in a few days. So that will be on the website when the next meetings are, the Zoom meetings. There's no time. There's no distance. Living in the story of me, I am here and I'm living my life, and there's time and maybe development or before and after. Comparing, there's a lot of comparing when I'm here and I'm seeing something and I want something else. And because there's always some dissatisfaction. When there's me, there's something not really like that, because there's something, yeah. And that and the strange thing is, it's only a misunderstanding, but it's so embodied and so identified with all the stories and the seeing what's going on and the feeling everything is real, or the seeing everything is real and solid. There's no one. There's already no one. So there's nothing done by anyone. There's no control. There's no free will. So there's nothing to grasp. And what me loves is trying to deal with things and having a road or a development, or trying to look at things, or the doing. It loves doing, because then it's confirming that it exists, and then it goes on. And this kind of meetings is not seeing anyone, not seeing and confirming anyone. So that whole construct about doing or understanding or that is not confirmed or not seen. So it falls apart. This is about not knowing.
Roos.
Yeah.
So I know this is not part of the message you're saying, but I was wondering, do you sometimes think then, and it's a personal question, but why is it happening? You know, I think it's just a maybe poetic question, but yeah, I was curious, do you sometimes think about this?
Yeah, but when there's me, there's always why, because it's like, oh, there's a dissatisfaction, and then there's trying to find out how to deal with it, where to go, or why is this happening, and then maybe by understanding and knowing, that gives more rest. And there's all kind of things, or maybe like safety or things like that, or seeing a world. Then seeing a world and like, oh my God, why is that happening? Because everything is seen as solid and real, and the solutions or the road or towards everything is also only seen in the story. And then there's hearing this, and then it has nothing to do with the story. So it's not graspable and understanding. All tools that we seems to have, you cannot use then. And then, well, that's a bit uncomfortable, can be, or it can be also freeing, because there's nothing going on like you have to do this or you can do that. It can also be uncomfortable because there's no hold or something.
Yeah.
There's no answers also.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you sometimes have these thoughts, like apparently all these things are happening, you know? That
Yeah.
you're just wondering, like, all right, so how could it come, you know? Just, and I
Yeah.
know it's a fundamental question, it's a story
Yeah.
question, of course, but I was just wondering if you sometimes wonder about this.
No, that doesn't. Can't remember so much. No. No. The wonder that it happens. It's more the wonder, wow, that it happens like that. That's more the wonder.
Yeah.
It's wow, that's going on. And the difference between people or can be something like that. It's more like, wow, amazing how that's going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
There's only what's happening. That's already the case, so there's nowhere to go. There's no difference between me and you or other seemingly person bodies. There can be, it's a difference, but that's it without meaning. That's it. This is not a knowing or something. It's a describing.
What I cannot hear is that thought patterns that are here and that seem limiting, that fell away on your part, that is it too. I cannot
There
hear
can be
that.
thoughts. There can be a lot of thoughts coming on, but they don't have any meaning. Yeah, that's energetic. It's energetic. When there's an energy and that's can be very strong. That drive that gives meaning to everything what's going on, like thoughts or anything. Then that's can be very strong, and it can be less, and it can be no meaning. And then thoughts can go on and it's the same, but they come and go, and then it's more like, okay, what's there going on? My God. Yeah. Nothing. There's no grasping or no. But I don't know. That's by itself. But it's not better than anything else. And that seems like this is better. That's what I want. That's a new goal or a new fantasy about how it should be. There's nothing that should be. There's only what's happening. What's apparently is happening is in that.
Yeah. I start to hear it.
Mm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is not giving something to some people. Sometimes there's people saying to me that, why do you do these meetings? I don't know. It's just sitting here and talking. Yeah, that's how it's going. Doesn't mean that there's an intention. Doesn't mean they're seeing people to do something with them. But no, it's not seeing. They're seeing faces or words like names. Yeah, and just talking. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's already that in the word. It's not the word. Then it's the words, but it's that speaking is it already. It doesn't mean it has a meaning of the words. Can be understood. But if it's not understood, then doesn't matter. Then that's what's going on. Energetic. It's everything. It's everything. There's somebody need to go. Thank you so much. Hello. Goodbye. Bye bye. Hi. Bye. Thank you.
Hey, Rose.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, are there any plans to write another book on the subject
No,
of
not
non-duality?
no, not at this moment. I don't know if you saw it, but on the website I removed all the writings because I
Oh,
didn't feel like it anymore. So they're
oh,
starting a new writing for the website. But it's not finished. So
oh,
and
that's funny.
yeah,
Because I was wondering, there's other non-duality not teachers, but people who speak about it, who wrote several books
yeah.
on their own, and I was wondering what another book from your hand would look like, because
Me too. I
yeah,
can't
because
imagine. Yeah.
it's all
Oh.
in there, and yeah,
Ah.
but at the
Mm.
same time, why not? It could happen,
Yeah.
of course. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. I can,
well,
yeah. Yeah. I still have the same. Like that's all in there. So I don't. But it's
yeah,
not. It's not so much in my mind or so. When
I
sometimes
see.
there's suddenly that something going on. Like there's buying some. Writing pencils and things like
Mm,
suddenly like there's something going on again. I don't know why or what's going on.
yeah,
And in the beginning when I'm writing, now I'm starting to write and that's just rubbish, but that
mm,
there's something going on, so it need to write everything, and then after
yeah,
a while there's looking at it and
yeah, I see.
seeing.
Because I
Yeah.
can imagine, because I enjoyed your book very much.
Thanks.
I think I've read it a couple of times after,
ah
when I finished it, I started at the beginning again,
oh,
etc.
so sweet.
And
Yeah.
really
Mm.
enjoyed it. So, but I can imagine that also the writing of that book just was that writing was happening at some point
Yeah. Yeah,
without,
it's just coming. Yeah.
yeah.
Just sitting,
Mm,
what I did is just sitting on a. I was somewhere on in a restaurant on the terrace
mm,
on the yeah on the place before the before
yes,
the restaurant, and I was just looking to some things, and then suddenly that came, and then writing everything
yeah,
down.
words coming,
Yeah,
writing it down on a napkin. That's
yeah,
always the
yeah.
romantic view. Yeah,
Yeah, but in the end, there needs to be, but because there's a lot of things going on, and then when it's getting a book, there's looking into it, and oh my God,
yeah,
I did read it for 100 times. At the end, I
yeah,
thought like, oh my God, it's all the same. And
yeah,
then somebody had to stop me because looking at it is so different than writing it.
yeah.
But, yeah.
And yeah, what you said about the taking writings off your website, was
Mm.
it because of that you saw like this does make sense, or this? Can you describe what
No,
happened? Or,
yeah. What I remember is what I thought like a lot of words, and I thought a lot of explaining also in the end, I thought. And then it wasn't. Sometimes when you read something, it's like, yeah, that's it. And I didn't have that. So I thought,
hmm,
suddenly I thought, like, what is that? It's just words and a lot of explaining, and wow. And I suddenly removed it. I don't know. Now there's nothing on it, only the meeting. So it's
yeah,
a bit like, oh my God. But
just
I
information.
also forget it's like that. So when you mentioned it, it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's still that writing going on. But yeah.
So potentially it could be coming back tomorrow, all the writings on the website, when there would
Yeah.
be
Hmm.
choosing, like
Yeah, there
it
can
has
be,
to, yeah,
or 2 weeks after 2 weeks.
yeah,
I don't
anything,
know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
But in a way, about that writing, it's just coming. Everything is just coming in that sense. There's nothing we are doing or we are choosing or we are making or things like that. It's what's happening. And on top of that, we think we are doing it or we are making it. And it's our book or our work. It's what's happening. There's no one. There's no one doing it. It's suddenly happening like that. Writing can happening or building or walking. It's life. It's an energy going in that. And it can be anything, but it's by no one. There's no center or some individual doing. It's what's apparently is happening already. And it's so diverse. It's everything. Like, whoa, it's mountains and streets and writings and feelings and yeah. And pain. It's everything.
Yeah, Rose.
Yeah.
Another question because yeah, I didn't dare saying it, but I've been writing too
Yeah.
about non-duality because the
Yeah.
by listening to hours and hours of non-duality talks
Yeah.
online, also some sentences came, and I wrote them down, and I made it was more a poetry book of poems, and I released it by myself, and I was so convinced that there would never be a me coming back, but it came back. It did, and it was very depressing, and yeah, well, the things that you hear. Also in other talks, and I always wonder. I mean, with you, of course, obviously, there's no one, but could there could there be a me, or the sense of having a me be coming back in your case?
There can
I'm
be a sense sometimes for a while,
yeah,
for a short while, not very
yeah,
long. Yeah, can be sometimes. Yeah, yeah, can be. Well,
because I felt really strange because I put this poetry book online, print on
mm,
demand. People
mm,
bought it,
mm,
and
mm.
when they would meet me and say, so, oh, there's no one there, etc., I wouldn't feel like that. So it
But
was,
you can't feel one or no.
yeah,
There's already no one, so you
yeah,
can't feel
yeah,
someone. That's an idea.
exactly,
We're so convinced that it's
yeah,
like that. You can't
yeah,
feel like there's no one and there's I don't. Yeah, there's
yeah,
already no one. There can be a sense of there's that importance of that whole.
mm,
Yeah, taking everything, some things very seriously, of giving meaning at something like,
yeah,
oh, well, that, yeah, That in that sense, there can be
Yeah.
saying to it's difficult because it's like, or difficult, it's like saying to someone, or you don't say, I don't say it to someone, but it's like, yeah, there's still something about that me structure going on, but in the same, it's a story, of course. It's only in the story you can explain some things, because in the same time there never has been a me. It's more, yeah, it's two
Yeah.
worlds. It's like, so it's,
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't,
amazing.
it doesn't matter, and it's also, it doesn't matter when
Yeah.
there's talking a lot of, when there's suddenly so no me and there's writing something like that, and then
Mhm.
suddenly it comes back, then it comes back. Yeah,
Yeah.
so what? There's no meaning in that too, so it's writing that, and then there's a difference. Yeah, so
Yeah.
what? Doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, probably or it might be some kind of trick of the so-called me to still hang on to something, because for months I can remember it felt like there was no searching anymore. I told
Yeah.
everybody that I met, like, the searching is gone after all these years, etc. And then I also wrote sort of a poem like, uh, is there really no me, or am I pretending that there's no me? And then, but it ended the writing with, it doesn't matter even if I'm pretending, because then no me is pretending there's no me.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. But then I don't know, something. It was amazing that it felt so convincing that there was no me, and then the me completely came back after a couple of months.
But
And
here, what for me, it was more like, there was, in the beginning, there was a doubt. Is there still a me, or
yeah,
is it not a me? That
oh
was for
yeah,
me. And then after a while, there was nothing going, but there was nothing grasping it or something. So that came up, and then it fell away because there was no grasping in it. But I didn't know, because yeah, I didn't know. I forgot that those
yeah.
thoughts were there. And then after a while, that didn't come. So there was no talking about it, or no, there was nothing going on about me or no me. There was
Mhm.
nothing going on about it. I'm not
It
convinced
faded
there's no
away.
me.
It
Yeah,
faded
but it's
away or something.
the awareness of there's also no awareness, or the noticing, like
Yeah,
the noticing what's going on. That's also gone. So it's not known, or it's not. I I know I couldn't say there's no me for me here. Like, it sounds strange because I don't
yeah,
know. There's nothing going on about, is there a me or no me?
yeah.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
sounds strange, or something, to
Yeah,
be busy with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because some talkers, of course, they are really going on about not there being a me, and then
Yeah.
sometimes there's a thought here like, how can you know there's no me when you say that everything is unknown? And that,
Yeah. So yeah.
then that becomes a question, or it doesn't really matter. But I also think that everybody, or yeah, like literal, or every kind of energy have their own kind of way into the no meing thing.
Yeah, but there's talking about that, in the sense that it's saying like, there can be no me, and they're talking about that. That sounds a bit, it's more different, in the sense that the talking here, it's sounds like there's somebody. It can be very clever,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
subtle knowing it's there, and then it's going on. A long time ago, I was thinking, there's no me anymore. Well,
yeah.
that was just a thinking, or a knowing, or I don't know. And
Mhm.
and then suddenly it wasn't there, and it wasn't even noticed. So that's that's silly also, because that you think like, oh, I'm waiting for that moment. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I'm waiting for the moment. And it wasn't, it was, for a moment, it was really clear, and then it fell away. And I didn't know, I thought, is that really happening, or was there really no me? I don't know. I'm not sure. All that. So that same thing came back again, in that sense. And then, yeah, when there's those questions and there's no answer, there's nothing grasping it, or so it falls away, and then nothing was going on. So I didn't talk about it either for years. I didn't know what to say, but it was so normal that where shall I talk about? I didn't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's
And
so normal. So there's no big deal in talking or not talking, or
no,
I'm all
because
right
yeah,
when there's no meetings anymore. I don't care. It's all right. Yeah.
yeah, because it would still be the oneness of
Yeah,
everything.
it doesn't matter what's happening. That's amazing. And they can be talking about it or not. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't mean it's all day like, whoa, all that. No, it's everything. So there can be feelings, no, a bit,
Mm.
sometimes a lot of thoughts, or yeah, but it's not about Rose anymore. Rose isn't there. It's not Rose isn't there. The whole life of Rose isn't there. There's no life of Rose. There's nothing busy with Rose. Where is Rose? There's a table, there's that face, that's everything. It's not, how can I be busy with, is there me in Rose or not? There's no Rose. So
Yeah,
what what can I,
yeah,
yeah. That sounds a bit strange to be busy with that. Then there's somewhere a belief that this is a real body with inside can be no me or me. No, it's not
yeah,
like
yeah. What happened here is
mm,
is um, the realization that um, that you can never find out what this is, or especially where it is. What is the location?
mm,
You
mm,
know, of the earth, and then you can say, yeah, it's in the universe, but where is the universe, etc. And then I
mm,
thought
mm,
something that has no location can't really exist
mm,
materially,
mm,
so it cannot bring forth anything real. And
mm,
so not me or whatever, so that was for me, the
mm,
so-called me, and like an entry point of the
mm,
uselessness to go
mm.
searching.
Yeah.
Searching
That-
for what?
yeah, but that's a
you know
different, that's what I'm talking. That's a
yeah.
seeing, or really seeing, that can clarity about that. But it's not, this is energetic, so there can be a
Mm.
clarity, a really clarity, and then but that drive, that not is, it's not a drive, but there's something else going on that still goes on, and it's
Yeah,
that
for sure.
yeah, it's something else, and then that can fall away, and then there's no
Yeah.
awareness, then yeah, there's nothing left, no Rose also, no.
Yeah.
But no
And
big deal. But there's no Rose. It's not important. There can be seeing a part of that body. That doesn't mean there's a life of Rose. No, no. But
yeah,
you can see that. But it's not only seeing. It's like an insight. There can be an insight
yeah,
in things, but it's not. That makes it not different. It's like it's living it, and then it's different. Something like that. It's a bit to explain it. It has
yeah. I think
something else.
I
Yeah,
I guess I can imagine a bit what you
yeah,
mean. Maybe that I
yeah.
heard someone say that at some point there's no interest anymore
Mm,
in the idea of separation, and then
mm.
the energetical shift that people talk about,
Yeah.
or
But
so-called
the strange
people.
thing is, it's not even a shift. The
Hmm.
strange thing is, that's so strange. It's like, whoop, like that, suddenly like that. Yeah, but that's it. Because it's
Hmm.
already, it's like, oh, it's what's happening. Oh my God, what a new way. That's already what's going on. So how can I go around and say, yeah, guys, I know. Suddenly it's clear. It's what's
Yeah,
happening. And everybody's saying, yeah, thank you very much. That's already very clear. It's what's happening. Of course. So nothing is changing in that sense. What's in the story, like now going on, like what's jumping on it. And that's in the story. Like we think about what's going on, why, oh, I shouldn't do that, or all those questions and all that being busy with my life and all that, that can be lost. But no, most of the time, that's the most important thing that's happening to you in your life.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
the
lost.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
The-
Yeah.
Could you call it then? Would you agree with the words like that? The sense of separation is gone.
Yeah. Yeah. You could say that.
The illusion of separation.
But even saying that can also be words. People can be very clear about that. And then there are a lot of people on the internet now talking about separation and non-duality, and they're just words. There can be a clarity about that. Well, yeah, it's more than that. It's a sense. It's like it's unconditional love. It's like, oh my God, it's not a knowing, it's something else. It's about there's nothing right or wrong. That's symbolic, because then in the talking, oh yeah, how can you say it? It's energetic. So in the meetings like this, it's not about understanding. I don't care about understanding or not understanding or clarity. There can be that. There can be happening. But it's something else. What is underneath the words? What's going on? It's like a killer of concepts and beliefs, what seems we're very identified with, and then we don't even know that it's a belief. It's so like it is, and then suddenly it's like, oh my God. Or sometimes it falls away without noticing, and there's something else. Or maybe feelings are more apparent because those concepts that were like, oh no, I can't, that they fall away. Or I don't know, anything can happen. But that's energetic, so there's nothing going on, not saying anything about it, and suddenly all those those concepts fall away, or beliefs can. So that, and it's more that energetic what's going on in these meetings, and in meetings with when people really can clarify it. It's only about that. So then you know, and then it's still unsatisfying, and there's something, something going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to laugh because this is the weird paradoxical situation that you or nothing is doing this online meeting.
Yeah.
You speak about the subject of non-duality. Then you say you can ask anything or share something or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you say there's nothing to say.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
funny, and
Yeah.
still it happens, and
Because
still
there's no answer. We're not
yeah
used to that.
yeah
It's going nowhere. And still
mm,
there's something in that, because we're used that it's going somewhere, and it's maybe there's an understanding, maybe get something, or there falls something away, or
mm,
and then suddenly it's a meeting where all that is not happening. And still
yeah
there's something in that too. And that's amazing.
that's
That's
the
energetic.
that's the miraculous thing
Yeah.
that you don't, like me, for instance,
Yeah.
when I hear that message, there's nothing,
Yeah.
or some say there's an empty shop. I
Yeah.
really like that.
Yeah.
That the miraculous thing is that you keep coming back. It's not like after 1 minute you hear it, you say, okay, bye, and then,
Yeah.
but I just
Yeah.
keep coming back, and
Yeah.
to hear again and again, there's nothing to get.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
really
crazy part.
crazy.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. That's it. That's so, and then so somewhere it's like, oh, there's a recognition, like something like what you can't even understand, because everybody would think, yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, but that's it.
it's so
It's the
strange.
loss. But it's the looking for the loss of everything, because
Yeah,
that's a burden. All those ideas about how life is, and this has to be, and it's such a burden and a problem, and it's not satisfying and
yeah,
not finding. And so there should be something else, and somewhere it's heard or I recognize. It's about that. It's about nothing. Well, you can't imagine what. It's not about imagine. You can't imagine what that is.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Nice.
I had another question, or maybe
Mhm.
there's someone else
Yeah.
who wants
No,
to
just go.
after
Just
me.
go.
But it's not relevant. But now I know that
Mm.
there's no question that is relevant, so I can ask anything. But
Yeah.
do you recognize that feeling like thinking that the me is gone and then the me is coming back, and there's a depressed feeling of not being interested in anything, like what can I do, that there's no
It's a desert. Yeah, I know
yeah
the desert. That was a period in the story. I
in the
remember
story.
something, but there was something going on. While a lot of things were falling away and not so much interested anymore. But it was like nothing, only nothing. It was like only nothing, and it more
Yeah,
like it's going nowhere, and didn't see the meaning of things, and that took a while. And then there was something I can't remember so much what was going on, but what suddenly I don't remember how that was going, but there's how did it go? It's like this is nothing being everything.
yeah,
And when there's falling away, that's more like it's nothing. And then suddenly it's like, oh, but it's also everything. And you can't say that. You can say that, but that's just a concept. But suddenly it's like we were talking about that because we're so into it should be a like feeling of freedom, a feeling of happiness, or maybe it's joy. And I'm feeling also only I feel depressed or a bit like that. So where's that joy? Where's that all that? And then suddenly, oh no, it's everything. So that feeling of depression or whatever,
yeah,
but that's it too, of course. And that
yeah,
suddenly is like, oh, so it's everything. And then it doesn't matter what it is. It's can be any feeling because there's no preference in this or that. That's gone. And
yeah,
that's energetic. Because that me is always into like I want this and not that and all that. And then suddenly it becomes you could less and less, maybe something like that can happen. And then suddenly it's like, oh, it's everything. So it's also that just sitting and doing nothing. It's also
yeah,
that. Oh, and then no. It can be for a while and then not there and then
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
different. Yeah.
I can remember days on end of just seeing the mystery of everything. And
Mm.
then it didn't matter anymore either. If I was happy or sad, it's just
Yeah.
mysterious, like
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of nowhere, you
Mm.
know.
And
So
it's not it's like when I'm saying it doesn't matter, it's what when in that period of the desert, it was something going on. Nothing matters, and nothing matters. All that. It's like flat. But
yeah,
when I'm saying it now, it's not flat at all because nothing matters because it's everything. So nothing matters. It's
yeah,
like it's this, but it's also that, and it's also and it's,
yeah,
so that's another way of saying it's not nothing matters because it's not dull or it's not flat anymore in that sense. Because yeah,
yeah. It's rich,
it's rich, it's full. Yeah,
yeah, with
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And
Mm.
um, that's also another maybe irrelevant question, but did can you remember if people in the past called you a minimalist
No.
in the sense of you
Yeah, they
know
can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, some in the beginning. I don't know. Maybe there were some people. Yeah, sometimes there are because people think it's about that there's nothing, and then it's denying everything or things like that. That can happen. Yeah, but They don't see what's going on. I
Yeah,
don't care that people
yeah,
can think that.
yeah,
I don't know. Everybody's different, so there can be that too.
yeah. And if in the end there's no one, it doesn't matter anyhow.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter why. It's just sometimes there's just the right. When people saying it to me, then there can be a response. But when
Yeah,
people writing that under a video, yeah, there's nothing going on about that
no,
because what to say? Then people can think that, yeah, of course.
yeah.
Why bother with that? Everybody can think differently. Yeah, of course. Why not?
And yeah,
I'm not busy with that. It's not wrong or right. There's an opinion there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and there's eventually maybe there's no control anyway in what thoughts come or what is said or
No, they can be saying anything, and there can
yeah.
be a response or not. I don't know.
Hmm.
That's what's coming. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thanks
Yeah.
again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I was just sitting on the couch.
Yeah. Can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
No meaning in it. Just sitting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. But it's not only because we're so into our experience or what I feel or something like that. There's also table. So
Yeah.
to see that it's not about me, this sitting. It's like sitting and table and lamp and coffee and feeling maybe or hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Everything. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit weird.
Yeah. 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 So simple. Like, oh, is that it? Yeah. Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Maybe I will send you some pictures tomorrow.
Okay. It's this. It's already what's happening. So when there's closing the computer, then that's what's happening. That's where we're talking about. That's it. There can be a sense, a feeling. There can be a sensation somewhere. Then that's what's happening. It's very tiny and simple and normal, or a table, seeing it. It's about seeing and all the senses, like seeing and sensing or feelings or smelling, hearing, yeah, all that. And that's it. Without meaning, without anything, then only what's happening. That's it. It's very simple and ordinary. And it's already what's going on. It's already what's happening. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. It's already what's happening for no one. There isn't anyone. And there can be a feeling or an idea or a sense like there is me going on here. Then that sense is it. That belief or those thoughts, then that's what's happening. So that's also it. You can't miss it. There's nothing to miss. It's everything. So the thoughts there can be, and there can be thinking, oh, but that's important. Then those thoughts that's life. There's only life. It's everything is life. And if it's not seeing that's an appearance, so what? That it's not about something. This is better than that. There's no better or worse. There's what's happening. It's very simple, and it's an energy going, and it seems like computers and tables and streets and all that. It's that going nowhere. It is. It's that. And then there can be a feeling of an idea like, oh, but it's going somewhere. Then those sorts of ideas are what's happening. So there's nowhere to go. There's nothing wrong with anything. It can be pain, or there can be anger. There can be a feeling. For no one, it's a feeling that comes and goes, and it's happening in space. It's just happening, apparently. It's there, and it's apparently there, and it's not. Also, it's strange, but it's not that you have to see that, or there's something else that needs to happen. There's no need for anything. There's no need for anything else. It's that what is already happening. The face, how the face is looking, how the moving is happening, how the house is looking. It's just that. It's what it is. That's everything. It's life. It's unconditional love, computering in that way. It's so diverse. It's so unique. Everything is unique in the way it is. It's like that face, and all that glass is unique. It's a wonder of something new like that. So it's all new. It's all that and all that. It's amazing how everything is seen and felt and all that without meaning. It's just like that, an energy. That's already what's happening without any meaning for no one. Thank you. Thank you. Even de namen.